it's gonna last you that long, but I was full squirt. This is my retinol journey. It's like in a pot, but to them, it was like, your face looks so different and we can't nail exactly what it is. I'm about to give you the handbook for having wrinkle-free skin. I'm talking anti-age, glowing goddess. You see this beautiful, majestic skin here? I am about to give you every single thing that I use. This is my retinol journey, before and after, everything for 1 year. I'm gonna be telling you the products I use. I'm gonna be showing you before and after pictures. I'm gonna be giving you the tea, the schedule that I use, and try to answer as many retinol questions as I can fit in this one video right here, right now. This is my true and honest experience. It's the only reason I'm doing this video. There's no product that I'm trying to push you. There's nothing that I am trying to push you other than hope. Basically, I started my retinol journey about 2, maybe 3 years ago now. So this is going to be documenting the process for the entire first year, because I took a very different approach than what I was being seen push online by a lot of influencers. And I just wanted to give you a real honest feedback from somebody who genuinely had the issues. I was dealing with what I would consider severe wrinkling of the forehead. Obviously, like a lot of us grew up, I worked at a tanning salon at one point, so you know I was in that thing. I fake tan for a long, long time, and I'm still not saying you can't do any of these things, but just things that were not good. And I was noticing this aging on my face, specifically the wrinkling of the forehead. And I was a forehead talker. Like, I'm a talk with my eyes type of person, but I used to be like talk with my eyes to the forehead and up type of person. Okay, so I'm trying to, I guess what I'm trying to say is I understand what it's like to have that desire to change that, but I was young in my early 20s and I just wasn't sure what products I needed to be using, what's gonna be good for me, what's not going to work, what's gonna waste my money. And so this is going to be my real and honest experience and everything that I could fit into one video. I'm gonna try to make it clear and concise, just exactly what I was looking for when I was trying to decide if this was the right product for me, so that it can help you. So getting into it, first and foremost, I had this issue with the deep set wrinkles, and I was getting wrinkles all around my face. I wasn't quite ready to take the plunge into anything like Botox. It was also very expensive, and I just felt like even if I got Botox, I had seen a lot of people that were getting Botox, but they still had the original wrinkling on their face and they didn't have a way to repair that. And I'm like, okay, I'm young. I'm like in my early 20s. My body is still technically making collagen. So therefore, I am creating wrinkles as quickly as I am using this collagen. And sooner or later, I'm gonna be so old and my body's not gonna be like pumping out the collagen like that. So what am I going to do? So I started on this path of trying to like eat better. That would get rid of my wrinkles, trying to change my skincare, like everything. So up until this point, I had been trying like low sugar diets or less sugar, more natural sugars, like things like that, because a lot of people were saying that that could contribute to your wrinkling of your skin, crepiness, that sort of thing. And basically coming around, I think the thing that had the most impact for me and the thing that I want to document and share with you today is the retinol. There was a lot of other things that I did that made an impact as well, but this is such an easy copy and paste. I think this would work for everybody type of routine, and I wanna share it with you. So step 1, how retinol works. Retinol is, there's two, like, they're all forms of vitamin A, okay? So there's like tretinoin, retin-A, retinol, retinaldehyde, whatever. And then there's different percentages, 0.05, point whatever. So many different little details. So I already have very sensitive and also dry skin. I live in a humid climate, but very dry skin. So when I was looking at a lot of the retinol content, I was realizing that it's kind of gonna dry your skin out more. Not necessarily in the sense of drying it out, but what happens is it forces your skin to do skin cell turnover faster. So basically rejuvenating the skin in a sense, if you want to think of it like that, but it's just a product that's going to speed up your repair cycle of your skin. So once I researched all of them, I realized that there's kind of lighter forms of retinol, retin-A, vitamin A, and then there's like heavier, more tough on your skin for more severe cases type of retinol, retin-A, whatever. Now, for me personally, I was not struggling with like severe acne. If anything, like blackheads was probably my biggest concern, and like a little bit of acne, but not like severe cystic acne. So my approach, I wanted to be like super, super gentle for my skin, something that wasn't gonna damage. So the other thing, if you haven't seen already, is Retinol Purge. I have been reading about the Purge, and what it seemed like to me was if you went in with a really heavy, high dosage of vitamin A, so like a tretinoin, which also comes in different percentages as well, or like a very high dosage retinol, which you could get at like the drugstore or Sephora, Ulta, something like that. They come in different dosages, and some of them are really, really strong. So if you go in really hot and heavy with the strongest one right away, you're gonna get this purge. They call it the purge. Some people call it retinol ugly. Some people call it retinol flaking. But basically what happens is your skin can't tolerate the strength of it, and it's trying to do that skin cell turnover so fast, and it causes flaking and itching and burning, and it can cause a lot of different symptoms. It can show up different ways. Some people get like when they say purge, they're saying like acne is coming to the surface and coming out. And I was like, okay, listen. I don't want wrinkles, but I also don't want the purge. The purge sounded terrible to me. So I was like kind of trying to come up with my own system of how I could slowly integrate this product, because I don't feel like what I noticed in the people who were going for the purge method was that they wanted overnight results. And I said, honey, I'm here for the long time. I'm in it for the long time. So why do I need overnight results? Like I could use this whole entire bottle and decide if it works or not, you know, and then use another product. Like I don't expect to not have wrinkles tomorrow. I just read, and people have been using it. Like some of the most promising people that convinced me to start using retinol was these girls that I was watching on YouTube that are like in their 40s or 50s or 60s. And they're like, I've been using this product for 20 years and they look amazing. So therefore, if I'm gonna be using this for the next 20, 40, 60 years, why would I go through a month, 6 months, however long of this purging, itching, what? No. So I decided to take a different approach. So this is the product that I started with. This is the Ordinary Retinol and Squalene 0.5%. Now, there is controversial reviews about this online. It is a very inexpensive product, and it is in squalene. For me personally, like I said, I have very, very, very dry skin, but I also have very, very, very sensitive skin. So a lot of times what will happen is this product that a lot of people are saying, oh, sensitive skin, this works. Oh, blah, 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 this works. No. Maybe one of the ingredients in it works for my skin, but that does not mean that all of the ingredients agree with my skin. So I was looking for something that has very minimal ingredients, so therefore trying not to cause irritation to my skin with any of the ingredients, just focusing on the retinol. And this had the squalene oil, which my skin does not get acne like that. If I do slugging with Vaseline, with a thick moisturizer, I don't really get acne like that. So I was like, I think this is for me. And it was very inexpensive. It was an easy start to the treatment. So once you've picked your product, this is the schedule that I would recommend. And this is the schedule that I used. Like I said, some people want faster results, so they go with a different schedule. But for me, what I found was anytime I was trying to push that faster agenda to get faster results, I wound up just with a bunch of skin irritation, skin barrier issues, rashes. You already know the vibe. Like I had chemical burn, you know what I'm saying? So it actually pushed my progress back further rather than taking this slow and steady approach. So this is what I did. Week number 1, all you're gonna do is use retinol one time. Now, for me, since I'm extra sensitive, I even go out of my way. I would put a moisturizer down first and then do the retinol. And then maybe a couple other nights a week, I would slug or put a heavy cream over the top, which if you need more details on any of these things, please comment down below because I'm trying to get as much as I can in this video. But I understand that a lot of these, like I was literally watching retinol videos every single day during this time, trying to figure out what I could do to make this the most effective. So that's week 1, and that's all you're gonna do. In 7 days, you use it one time. And I did that same schedule for all of month 1. And then every time I'd use the retinol, I would assess, like the morning after, did I have flakes? Was my skin dry? Did it feel tight? I mean, did I have any rashing, sensitivity? Like this zone right here is my most sensitive zone, so it always gives it up. Like if I ever increase my dosage, it's gonna give it up right away. So that's what you're gonna do for week 1. Then for week 2, or month 2, you are going to do it twice a week using the same methods. If you're noticing irritation and sensitivity, you're gonna put the moisturizer down, and then you're gonna work your way up to no moisturizer down, just using the product twice a week, moisturizing after. Now, some people just use a retinol and they call it a day. Even when I use a retinol in moisturizer or the retinol in squalene, I'm still using a moisturizer. So at the beginning, I would use that as my final step, and then as I got more comfortable with it, I was able to use it as my second step, and honestly, it was chef's kiss. This was amazing for me. I was not noticing any purging. I didn't have any retinol flakes. I didn't have any of these symptoms that people talk about using this ordinary product. Although my skin was visibly changing. The dewiness, the glowiness, like even just using it the once a week, then the twice a week, like in the first 3 months, I was seeing dramatic results just in my overall skin quality, let alone my wrinkles were changing. So that's month 1 and 2. For 3 through 7, it's gonna be the same thing. You are trying to work your way up to 3 days a week, no irritation, 4 days a week, no irritation, 5 days a week, no irritation, 7 days a week, no irritation. The caveat is if you are getting to a point like you're at 4 days a week, right? And your skin starts getting sensitive and it's not liking it. And you're like, next week I'm supposed to be at 5 days a week, but my skin is burning, it's whatever. Cut it. You need to take a step back, let your skin barrier repair, and then start at the lowest, like where your skin last maintained and enjoyed. So if it was 3 times a week, you're going back to 3 times a week, and that's where you're gonna get it rolling. And then you're gonna do 3 times a week for a whole month until your skin has totally gotten adjusted and comfortable with that, and then you'll move forward to 4 times a week. When I tell you, the 1 bottle of the Ordinary in squalene lasted me 6 months. 6 months. I'm not saying it's gonna last you that long, but I was full squirt. Pat. Like, it lasted me. So this isn't an expensive thing to try, and this system really does work. Like, my skin at the end of the 6 months was looking great. And like I said, there was weeks where my skin couldn't handle it. I had purging or chemical burn type, whatever. Not chemical burn, but I mean, I guess just my skin was like, I could tell it wasn't liking it, and I had to like tone it back. So my other caveat is retinol is kind of like working out. So if you use it every single day, there's no side effects. If your skin's in the routine, it's in the rhythm, you can use it every single day. You're not gonna get any flakies, no purging, nothing, no matter what kind you get, if your skin is used to it. Now, if you take a break for like a week or 2, just like the gym, you will be sore. So you will use it again and you might be back to the same old flaky routine, meaning that you need to be on top of your retinol. So one of my goals I had set for myself before starting my retinol journey was I am going to wash my face every single night, no skipping nights, and I'm gonna stick to my retinol routine. And that really made all the difference, because in just a couple, I think since I started this journey, it's just been a couple times that I've really missed out on the retinol for like a week or more. And they do set me back like a couple months that I have to start my whole, get back into the routine again. So I just wanna set you up for success because I believe in you, and I believe that you could do this wrinkle-free journey using the retinol just like I did, and that you're gonna have great, great, great results. Okay, so what I did was once I finished this bottle of the Ordinary retinol, I was then kind of looking to try out other retinols because I was seeing all this stuff online, the CeraVe retinol resurfacing treatment, the Neutrogena anti-wrinkle, something, it's like in a pot, different gel, so many different kinds of retinol. But again, like I said, not all retinols are equal. So you need to find one that your skin is still adjusted to if you're going to be switching kinds of retinol, which is absolutely okay. Don't feel like you can't switch, but just know that when you make that switch, even if you were at 7 days, you might have to cut back to 4 because you're now using a stronger dosage, okay? So basically, for a whole year, I used the retinol, whether it was 1 time a week up to 7 times a week, whatever my skin could handle at the time, giving it proper time to repair, give my skin barrier all the nutrients, the moisture, everything it needed. I also want to add that on my nights off from retinol, I was still using the most basic plain routine because I was not trying to mess anything up. So basically the CeraVe regular daily moisturizing lotion was my go-to. My cleanser was always a gentle cleanser, usually just something really plain, maybe like Philosophy. And then in the morning, no cleanser even, just a washcloth and some water. And then again, the CeraVe hydrating lotion. And sometimes I would slug with Vaseline or something like that. When I tell you, I had so many compliments. These people that see me every single day at the gym or wherever I be out, my mom even was literally asking me if I got Botox because my skin was changing so dramatically, so quickly in their eyes. To me, I knew how much effort I've been putting in, how much research, how much time I got the right products, everything. But to them, it was like, your face looks so different and we can't nail exactly what it is. Now, some other things I was trying at this time that I could teach you about, but I don't want to overwhelm you. You can try doing the sandwich method. You can try slugging. You might get into heavier moisturizers and creams. You might get into skin cycling, which is where you're using different actives on different days for different issues. There is so many options. There's so many different retinol kinds or just products in general that I've tried that were hyped up and I needed to know if they worked. So if you want more details on those, comment down below and I will give you even more information because I just want you to be able to have this experience, to enjoy it. And just also keep in mind, I was doing face and neck. I see a lot of information online about how you can't do your neck's to be so sensitive. Again, they're just doing it way too heavy, way too spot on right away. So now I have been on my retinol journey for about 3 years. That's basically what I did in my first year. And then in my second and third year, I've now worked my way up to tretinoin. I've increased my dosage a couple of times and I have a lot of information to share. I still consistently use this product. I sometimes get the flakies when I increase and you have to like let your skin work up to it again and all the same things. So as much information as you want, I would love to share with you. This is honestly an amazing product. It really does work and it's better than any like moisturizer that ever claimed it was gonna get rid of my wrinkles for me. So I'm just really happy to share the information with you. Again, like I said, I don't think that you have to use this one specific product. I have a variety of different products that I like to use. Sometimes I layer them. I have a lot of things going on, okay? And I would love to share the information with you. So if you have any questions, please comment them down below or let me know. Like this video if you did enjoy it and it gave you any type of knowledge, and I will see you again next week.